Hello. I set up the new monitor, and then I was setting a build going while I did that, and apparently there was a compiler error, and so, yeah, sorry. Hello. Ali Oxenfree, Putsketch Gizo, Force Manus, Maldrum, Jimmy, Merquim, Martina Letho, hello. Give me a second. I've been doing stuff. I did some stuff, the mods might have seen a whole bunch of Star Trek. What's all this then? Oh, you know. There's something that's compiling in Unity that's just called brute force, which feels very apt. At 1 a.m. It was close to 1 a.m. It might have been 1 a.m. for you. Brute force. It'll get your stains out of all of your clothes. Brute force. 2 a.m. for you. Oh, well, okay. Maybe I went to bed at 1. Did I sleep? I did. Yeah. I slept the sleep where you dream the kind of dreams where, wait. Oh, hell, I had weird fucking dreams. All right. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I had he's remembering. Yeah, no, it just all came back in flashes. Holy shit. Yeah. I had a dream that, like, it was very violent. And there was this girl that was like living on this kind of farmhouse, and there was almost like a battle royale. He's beginning to believe almost like this battle royale event happening in and around this place. And she was very good at surviving. She was also a little bit fucked up, like mentally in the head. She was like kind of crazy. And I'm remembering that, like, she was able to defend herself really well, because you underestimate her. But I just remember that she had this whole fucking backstory that my dream was like, let me explain why she's so batshit crazy. I was like, oh no, okay. Yeah, okay. Clearly I watched too much Star Trek yesterday. Sounds about right for the countryside. I'd believe battle royales happen out there. Yeah, this one was sort of like it's hard to describe. Anyway, yeah, it went into our. Was this Katniss Everdeen? It can't imagine if Katniss Everdeen was like a fucked up heroin addict, and lived with like this himbo guy who was also fucking crazy. So it went into her backstory and showed, like, as a kid, she was like she was born with this deficiency or some sort of illness, and to which the only kind of like cure or like thing that kept her alive was to take small doses of heroin. And then it sort of showed her like being a little bit fucked up as a baby. And then it cut forward, and then she was like a toddler, and she was using like, drug terminology, like as a toddler, and like self-administering these small doses of a heroin. Yeah, administering these small doses, and like it was shot like the kid didn't know any better, but the mom was like crying that she had to kind of give this stuff to her child, and the kid's just like, yeah, it was like an episode of House and an episode of Star Trek just smashed together. Somewhere some psych dream student is taking furious notes. Yeah. I have watched a bunch of House recently, and I did watch an episode of Star Trek where an entire planet thought they were gonna die, but they're just going through withdrawal. And another planet is supplying the entire other planet with drugs. So, is what you're talking about real? No, it was a dream I had like 10 minutes ago. Oh my fucking gosh. No suitable method found to override. But alright, fine. 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 Why are you not letting me use network behavior? But yeah, so now I'm here. Um, Swifty should be with us shortly. Um, what tends to happen is I wake up and then I give her a cup of tea and then she stirs, drinks some tea and then comes through. But I'm like a delayed alarm clock for her, so if I sleep in a little longer, she sleeps in a little longer. I have a weird. I have a. I can't read chat because it's okay. I have a weird delay with remembering dreams. Like it'll be a good hour or so after waking up before I get a "here's what you missed" slideshow. Ask yeah. I remembered it. Then I woke up. Then I stopped thinking about it. Then I did some stuff, and then I started thinking about it again. You gotta gear up for yeah. You gotta get your momentum going. Okay, it's brute force rendering shit again. Um, yeah. Yesterday I fixed the free cam thing, and I fixed the screen camera thing, and uh, mods should be able to use Discord to type and say stuff now, and they can also should be able to post images by just copy and pasting an image into the Discord chat. There was a noise outside that woke you up. There was there was an obnoxious dog owner and their dog for like a good 10 minutes. This one dog barking at another yesterday. And I was like, shut that fucking dog up in my head over and over and over and over. It fucking errored again. Discord, the namespace network behavior could not be found. I'm gonna morb. I'm going to morb. I know why it is now. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't paying attention, and there's a part in Kitco's script that goes, if Unity editor, and I stuck my fucking reference inside of that if and if. So when I'm trying to do why does it work in the editor but not in the build? Because you are explicitly telling it to do that, Doig. I was working into this into the wee hours. I was, and now I'm trying to get it to just for 9 minutes. I've been hello stream. I've been trying to get it to build. Fucking build. I should just hit play instead. We should just have an editor day. But no, here I am. If I have to wake up early one day, I should just need to order something per Amazon, have it delivered in the morning. One of my neighbors hates when delivery drivers drive into our street and always starts to argue with them. That's a good, like, depending on your neighbor to wake you up by being angry about something that you, like, effort incited. Genius. Oh no, he's morbing up. Yeah, I'm morbing up. Did you miss Godzilla? Holy shit! Findustries is playing Space War at 9:30 in the morning. The reason I'm surprised is I feel like Finn gets up. Yes, look, Finn is awake this early, says Marco. That's my surprise. I'm like, ooh. Did he get a good night's sleep yesterday? Is he trying something new? Is he watching? He is not. Aww. I sometimes get like delayed messages from Finn. Where he replies to something I've said about him in the VOD, and because he watches them sometimes, and so he'll probably maybe see this sound of surprise for me at some point. The question is he awake again or still awake? Yeah, that's a good question. If y'all haven't checked out Findustries yet, they're very interesting and, dare I say, cool. Kaz is a mod there, and he's got a VR setup where he's like kind of like VTuber VR, and then his chat can join his game via the power of networking as little capsule bite characters and run around and interact on this kind of like sandbox environment. It's fun. Yeah, chat has a bunch of little goobas. I'm gonna shout him out and yeah, shout him out. Do it. Scared the paper bag man. I got scared when he was streaming as like some sort of void shadow man creature. Like, where'd the paper bag go? Who was this? Ooh, build. Build. So, let's see if this works or if it doesn't work. Bam, bam, bam. Connect. Push. Aha. Get out of here, bird. Oh no, I've got a cube over my shoulder. Of course. Of course I have a cube. This is my cube. Don't worry about my cube. I forgot my cube. The lore is he is just the void. He is lonely and created the little bites for company. Makes sense. Libra heart gifted by Force Manas. Nice. Wait. Why was there no sound? What the fuck? Did you guys hear it?
Hello?
Was that through Discord? Hell yeah. Oh, no, 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 no.
Boo.
You got me.
Maybe doesn't speak when summoning.
Yeah, it doesn't say your
sound effects are off.
Yeah, it is. It doesn't say that your first message. It simply summons you, and then it doesn't. I need to make it so it says the next thing, but it doesn't say the next thing yet.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Try pasting an image.
No.
Okay. I only work till 1 a.m. on it. Wait, who dat? Oh, there you go. There you go.
Oh, I'm holding it.
Yeah, you're holding it. How cool is that? Oh, it's Pablo. This was a feature suggested by Kitco. New features. Yeah, you holding it. And if it should replace the one you're holding if you do another one, but sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't.
Can Kitco suggest getting rid of it too?
I don't know. Kitco, can you suggest getting rid of it too? Why is that canvas so fucking huge? How did you manage?
I want to drop it.
You want to drop it? Well, you should be holding it, so... Is it because of real... I think it's the aspect ratio. I think because it's so tall.
Blame Ethel.
She's too
powerful.
To be honest, I feel like... Oh. If I grabbed you and the canvas, maybe I'll come around here. There we go. Now I've got it off of you. And I can... Bop, 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 bop. There we go. I feel like that size was perfect, honestly.
Where am I? Better.
Oh, did you try unholding? Let me just grab Kaz. Kaz back here.
I'm on the move.
You're on the move. Okay, so for those that are just joining, my mods can now interact with their mod ghosties via a Discord channel. Post images in there and type commands. I don't know why you can't hit me in the build anymore, honestly. I don't know why. You hit me before. Is it cause... Yep. Is it because I picked you up and then put you down and now you can't hit me? Is that the explanation? Or maybe I'll try again. Try hit me now. I unsat and sat. Maybe it was like, there we go. I think I'm just. Did you change the layer by holding? It should change the layer and then restore the layer. Honestly, it doesn't matter for mod go. Oh, it changed. Yep, it's chocolate. Welcome, Swifty. We're wilding over here. The mods can post images in via Discord now.
What?
Yeah.
That's
Right? Quality of life. Now they don't have to spam chat with links. Now we get cat pick. Now we're okay. Yep.
Haha.
Just to move Martina over here. Now she's just really insistently trying to show me something. That's pretty good. Like, no, look at this. No, come on. I don't want to. I don't want to. You can't make me look. That's a good feature. Emergent.
Check out Car Demon.
Look, yep, it's bare. Okay, so you see that one didn't replace. I don't know why.
Huh.
Oh, you were behind the barrel. Let me just hide you again.
hide me.
Not Car Demon. It's Cardamonday.
Cardamonday.
Fuck that.
I don't even.
Mon.
I don't know what Martina's talking about.
It's because she said Mon, and it said Monday
Cardamon.
instead of yeah. This is funny.
Oh,
I like
my
this.
God.
I think it's better as well because like
What did you do, Warn Edith? I wasn't watching.
what did you do, Warn Edith?
Oh, there she is.
She's behind. Don't worry.
Pleasure.
I think you're just all the way back here.
Ooh.
Here we go. See, now mods don't need to they don't need to like find a link for an image anymore. They can just copy an image and paste it into the Discord and it automatically creates a URL for them and then automatically posts it in. Fucking shiny. 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 That's Rise of the TMNT right there. Good job, Martina.
Oh yeah. So it is.
Show everyone at home. There you go.
And will you tell all your friends?
I think that's from the first episode.
Yeah, it is.
Also, I have a cube.
Got a cube. Why you got a cube?
It's my haunt cube.
I'm rewatching it.
Oh, you're
You're
rewatching
rewatching
it.
it.
Oh,
Hey.
yay. Yeah.
Have fun. Fuck yeah.
Rise of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Why does it keep following me? Pabro, why are you wilding over there? Why you build a bear to you? Is that Rupert? Is that Rupert the bear? I didn't like the flickering.
That doesn't look like Rupert, dude.
It's got the tartan. It's got the white coloring polar bear-esque feel. And it's got the human features like Rupert do.
You know what, Dork? Actually.
Yeah, fuck you.
You know,
Fuck.
when you put all the stuff together like that, You got a point.
I got so many points. It's so I don't know why it's not replacing Pabro's imagery. Pabro, has someone hijacked your computer? What are we doing here? Why all the animals?
Weird.
Yeah, it is weird. I don't know why.
Palbro, spam more please.
Don't spam more, please.
I'm just being
You're
silly.
just being silly. Oh, well, that's okay. I like being able to chat to the mods like this. This is fun.
Just a silly guy.
Just a
For the
silly-
shorts.
For the shorts.
Just a silly guy.
What shorts? I stopped editing those for a long time. But I'm gonna
Never
do.
seen a short in my life.
I never seen short. I never seen short. Listen, where are you?
Where am I?
Yeah, you're over here. What are you doing?
I'm adding in an image to the NSFull art book.
Oh, did you get one?
I got an image,
You got an image.
but I
Gotcha.
still don't have everything, so it is not coming out today.
Gotcha.
Let it be known.
Let it be known.
Let it be
Let
known.
it be known. This is my gallery, curated by my mods. Welcome to my art show. We have
Fun and
Bear,
games.
Bear, Bird. Oh, we get it now. Oh, ha ha ha. Listen, I haven't graphed in a long time.
You haven't graphed.
I haven't graphed in a long time.
I'm so proud of you, question mark.
No, it just means I've become more apathetic. Not cured.
Not pure.
Not cured.
Oh, okay.
Congratulations.
Graphulate. Fuck. I got me.
Congratulations. And salutations.
We could build one of those things where the ping pong balls hit off different surfaces and land in a barrel in this overlay. If we positioned
You mean
the images
you
in
mean
such a
beer
way.
pong?
No, not beer pong.
Okay.
We just have to have like beach balls instead of bombs that explode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay.
Ha.
Yeah. I'm trying to blur something and it's barely able to. Maybe this is a bad idea.
I wonder why Pablo is like not replacing anymore. I think I need to make the images that mods hold smaller.
So I'm excited for tonight's episode. You know it, Merquim. You know it. Very excited. I don't know what the hell's gonna happen. It's Chromel for asking questions. You can use it that way if you want. It's more just we're meant to definitely read out Chromales so that we don't miss stuff in chat.
Oh,
That's baller. That's so cool. Who's
Jet
that
Set
by?
Sonic. It's what's it?
But we do sometimes also miss Chromales by accident.
But we do save Chromales between Unity builds.
Yeah,
So-
yeah. We should read it if it's a Chromale.
There you are.
What happened to my hair?
You were just.
There we go.
It just needs time to reset, Martina.
Just needs
Martina.
time.
Martina, no. Martina is discovered. Martina, no. Martina. Martina.
Only time.
Martina, no. I need to fix this.
Who can say blah blah blue blah blue?
Then fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Chromales
yeah.
from what?
Yeah, read them.
Hold on, I think I can't even get any closer because it shrinks relative to the camera. I think that's just very small text. Can't read it. I
Oh.
can't read it. I can't read it, Dork. I can't. It's too hard. Have you read your daily Crowell today? I'm trying. Trying. Ah! 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 No! Ah! 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 could see in chat, guaranteed to be read. I got you, Dizzy. I got you. I got you.
You remember that?
Remember what?
This over here on the right.
What?
This.
Oh yeah, I do. I do. When I needed to talk about Sonic so bad.
Yeah.
That's me with NSFall now.
Letho2 says, sorry if a similar question has been asked already. I want to work as a storyboard artist and I live in Britain. Do you have any portfolio advice, tips, recommendations to keep in mind? Also, any advice in getting remote work, like on American projects? Is there a specific place to look for job postings, etc.?
Let's see. It's hard for me to give advice about this because I'm lucky enough that I don't tend to find jobs by looking for postings. I tend to find jobs by being recommended by people I've worked with before. The best advice I can give you is honestly, don't worry about your portfolio. Just make cool stuff that you like and put it out there. And by out there, I mean on YouTube, on Blue Sky, on Twitter, in places where other artists and professional storyboarders are.
Mm-hmm.
If you are producing really cool, consistent work that people find fun and engaging, and by the way, the key to that is that you find it fun and engaging. Don't make it for other people. Just do stuff that you think is cool, that you want to practice and you want to get better at. If you do that, people will start contacting you about working on stuff. At least that's the way it worked for me. Is literally I just made a bunch of stuff I thought was fun and cool for fun. And people started asking me if I wanted to work on stuff with them. And when I worked on that stuff, I made sure I did a really good job on it and was really good to work with. And then the people who wanted me on that started telling their friends I was good to work with and started asking me back onto other projects because they enjoyed working with me. And I ended up getting on a bunch of projects with friends I made in the industry. And I made those friends by just having a great time with them on various projects and stuff. So, yeah, just drawing stuff that you really like. Making sure you're always trying to push yourself to be better and putting that up where people can see it is my recommendation. The trap you don't want to fall into is trying to make a bunch of stuff just to get likes and for it to be popular. And ironically enough, making a bunch of stuff simply to get a job is actually what you want to kind of veer away from. Make the stuff that makes you passionate and work on stuff that you're really excited to get better at and practice. Yeah. It's really easy to get trapped in that mindset of, oh my gosh, I need to get a job and therefore everything needs to be geared towards getting a job. But that strips the soul out of your work. And it's really difficult to choose as a recruiter between a bunch of people with very similar skill sets and very similar skills all giving you very similar work because they're all looking for the same kind of job.
Yeah.
But you'll stand out if you are doing stuff for yourself. Yeah, Malcolm says, so to a degree, the key to getting seen is to enjoy yourself. Honestly, yeah, kind of. It's tough. I can't guarantee it's going to work. All I can do, though, is tell you what worked for me because I don't have experience doing it a different way. I don't know if you have any advice or if anyone in chat has advice as well, who's been through this kind of thing.
I do have bits of advice that sort of augment onto what you were saying.
Hey, Juno.
But yeah, I think you kind of summarized the sort of thing of like, make good work and be good to work with, and people will want to work with you again. And that's kind of the key to people recommending you for future opportunities. So the first step is kind of like putting work out there that people want to have on their projects, and then after you've been on a couple of projects, people might be like, yo, that person was really good to work with. This thing's coming up. Maybe they'd be good to work with on here.
Mhm.
And sometimes it takes a few years before, the people you worked with before have future opportunities and stuff for you. But that's how it tends to happen. Like, I think, for instance, Rise of the TMNT was a friend of yours was on it, and then I think they couldn't work on it anymore or something, or it was something a case of like, oh, I know you should get this person. I've worked with them on this, and this, and they're really good. I'm gonna
Rise
put
of
their name
TMNT.
forward. Yeah.
Rise of the TMNT was one of the people that my now friend, JJ, was working with.
Yeah.
Was like, have you seen Starlight Brigade?
Ah, okay.
You should get this person.
Gotcha.
And they didn't even recommend me. They were just like, this person is really good. You should contact them. And they showed JJ Starlight Brigade, and then JJ contacted me, and I went, oh!
Gotcha.
But then from there, me and JJ just had a really good time working together.
Yeah. So, yeah, make good work. Put it out there. Snowball.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly Swifty got perceived, and then it all ended with her working on Sonic 3. I mean, Swifty working on Sonic 3 was another example of like getting her name put forward and put into the hat by people she'd worked with before.
Mm-hmm. I believe it was another JJ.
Yeah.
I believe Sonic 3 was literally, we want people who worked on Rise of the TMNT, because everyone in the industry is like, holy shit, that show went so hard and was amazing. And so they got JJ, and JJ was like, get Swifty.
Yep.
Get Swifty. She's a huge Sonic fan. She would love this, and she's like good as well.
And then Rise of the Sonic 3.
Yeah.
Da-da-da-da. But it wouldn't be possible if Swifty wasn't really good to work with.
That's the main thing, I think. It's not like being good at your job, a good storyboarder is really important too. But honestly, the main thing is just being able to help your directors and the people you're working with by taking work off their plate and just being a positive force on the project. That kind of thing is huge, especially on really stressful projects where people are juggling a million things. All right, the Primrose Parlor piece is in the book.
Letho asks, Puffling coming. I'll do Pufflings first. Puffling is offering really good advice. Puffling is an animator who's worked on several feature films.
Yes,
etc.
Puffling, good
Puffling's
advice.
amazing.
Are you going to read it?
There's a really good Google sheet that aggregates most public global animation opportunities. Advice for portfolio varies so much depending on what kind of work you are looking for and what you already have in there. My advice is look up successful storyboards and check out their websites and portfolios, see what way they present their work and what variety they have, then try to set your stuff up in a similar way. Yeah. I think both Swift and I are sort of like, not anti-portfolio, but neither of us have gone through that kind of experience where you have a portfolio and you take it to a job application and you win the job.
Yeah, we've been lucky.
We've kind of just stumbled. Like the way I got my first jobs was because I took part in a games competition that was hosted in Scotland, and it had like industry mentorships as part of that, and I basically just in the kind of group of people working that year, I stood out and I got offered jobs because of my contribution to the games project we were working on. Like, our game was one of the 3 finalists, winners of the competition, etc., etc., etc. You just gotta put good work out there in a way that's visible. Every job that I've applied for and gone for an interview, I mean, it hasn't been many. It's like 2 or 3 in my early career. Every one of those, I failed the interview and didn't get the job. So I lost faith in that process real fast. But I haven't been in a situation where I've had to put out a ton of applications. Something's tended to roll my way over my career, and I've had a weird career where I've had big spots of like unemployment as well. Like I've not been working super consistently, but I'm always working towards a goal or something and putting it out there. So
Yeah. You're asking what parts I boarded on the Sonic movie. I boarded the opening where Shadow breaks out. I boarded the all the Maria parts. I boarded based on another person's work. I boarded the bonding sequence between Gerald and Ivo. I bonded.
you bonded.
I bonded with Sonic. I boarded some of the little fight bits in between. I boarded the final fight with the 2 supers when they're smashing through the robots to get to the Ark. What else did I board?
You did revisions and kind of reboarded the gravity room scene.
Oh yeah, I boarded the gravity room fight.
You did a early pass version of them finding the robot crab.
I did. I can't really talk about it, but some parts of mine got cut out of the film, so rip. But they were still fun to work on.
Well, the director on Twitter posted that there was a period of time where the film was going to be set in a certain location, so that's public info if you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, back when that was the case, I boarded a bit, but then it got streamlined. I think they streamlined it for time to make sure that we could hit the runtime, and so that location ended up not being in the movie. I boarded a little bit where Stone finds Robotnik in the rubble.
Oh yeah.
I can't remember any others, but those are the main bits I think I boarded.
You boarded a bit where Sonic and Shadow in the kind of ruins of where
They were fighting.
Maria was, yeah.
Yeah, there was a fight which went a little bit longer, but again, I think a lot of bits got kind of shaved for time. I did a lot of little bits here and there, as well as those slightly larger sequences.
I think you did a bit where, like, towards the kind of end of your time on it, you were doing revisions on things. So there was a part where the part where
I revised a little bit of the final fight.
Yeah. Part where it hits not the Coliseum, but the.
Yeah, because like Kevin went super duper hard doing the fight between the 2 supers, where they're against each other. It was so cool, but some of it needed to get cut, and so I needed to like massage the cuts to make sure they all sat together well. And there are a few little bits there where I reboarded just little sections to make sure the hookups worked better. So, does he do the Chaos Spear there? I can't remember where he does it. But,
I think you boarded him to do the Chaos
Spear. And
Spear.
it got moved.
Yeah, and then it got moved to later in the space part.
Yeah, but it was still the same setup.
Yeah.
And I reboarded the end of that so that it was in the Colosseum. Where the big punch happens. So that was fun.
Sonic 3 Kevin is Kevin Molina Ortiz.
Yeah, sorry, there are two Kevins. There's Kevin with a 7, who is also an amazing animator, who is in this community, and there's Kevin Molina Ortiz, who is an incredible storyboarder, but also a cryptid, and no one ever sees him. He's just a presence who sometimes, like the wind, he will like pass through like a shadow of darkness. Like a splinter of moonlight.
Yeah.
You'll generally see him by his work appearing everywhere. Cool. Okay, I've popped this into the art book. So now we only have like a little bit missing, and then it'll be done.
Amazing. Got a little subby.
Oh, amazing!
Dizzy gifted a subby to Juno Moons. Congratulations.
Hey! Oh, thank you so much. Congratulations on your subby, Juno. Enjoy your emotes.
And here is a graphic novel as written and drawn and created by Swifty.
All
if you're
right.
interested
Take it away.
in their storytelling. I mean, you've seen her storytelling
You know
chops.
what's really funny, guys, though? We were watching Teen Wolf, and I was like, this is Glim. There's a certain part in Teen Wolf where the story is just Glim. And it's
I want to be able to drop pics.
It's parts I can't even tell you about yet because it would be spoilers for Glim. But they did what I'm gonna do. And I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe Teen Wolf did it first. Oh my gosh.
Like drop them so they don't float, or just let go of them and they float in place. Which one, Swifty?
Huh?
Wait, which one, Martina? Sorry.
Yeah, I was like, huh?
In my head I was also going, I'm sorry for talking over you, Swifty. So I just ended my sentence with the end of the other sentence.
Just let go.
Just let go doesn't tell me anything. Do you want it to float in place like they do, or do you want it to drop as like a physics object? And how would you like to do that? By typing a command?
Drop.
Drop. Okay. Just let go, die. Yeah, like Puffling says, the quantity of jobs you land from friend recommendations will surprise you. The trick there is for people to stay friends with you.
The big trick
is the big thing.
The big trick is to get on one project and then to do really, really good work and have a good time and enjoy working with a bunch of cool people. And then hopefully when those cool people go to other projects, they will pull you with them.
Yep.
Like, don't see it as networking. Don't see it as like making friends just to get something. Just make friends naturally. Because you will, because animators are freaking cool.
Oh, yeah. The trick with networking is not to try and rush to your heroes. It's to look around you at your peers and be like, this is my network.
Yeah.
And the good peers will continue to create good work and will continue to get hired and on good productions. And as you step forward and through time in the like industry stuff, you'll all rise together.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody likes someone who goes, oh, hey guys, thanks for coming to this event with me. Oh, look, it's fucking Lassiter.
Famous person.
Gonna go talk to
my friends. And
bye, friends. Don't be that guy.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not going to become best friends with Lassiter. You're not.
You don't want to become best friends with Lassiter.
You definitely don't. Yeah, be cool. Just be cool.
Yeah. Yeah,
because the people who are around you are going to become the Lassiters of the future in a positive way, not in a bad way, hopefully. You know what I mean?
Yeah, as Pufflin's saying, well, once on a project, you naturally make buddies, and if you have a good attitude and do good work, people want to work with you again. Rising tides, people want to work with reliable people. Mm-hmm. Be reliable people.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Far better to be someone who's good and reliable than someone who is amazing but unreliable.
Merkwim, you ever watched Toy Story? I think he directed that.
You don't know who Lassiter is, Berquim. That's okay. John Lasseter is like basically the head of Pixar.
Was.
Yeah, was the head of Pixar before it came out that he's a large child who is terrible to women.
Yeah. So as Palber says, Deutsche have kind of started on a Game Grumps collab for their animated Battle Kid playthrough because he thought it was fun.
Yeah.
So Swifty for a long while wanted to do a Game Grumps animated. And then we didn't end up doing a Game Grumps animated, but there was a Game Grumps animated collab, and Swifty was like, I gotta get a shot on there.
Yeah, because at the time, you know, I wasn't known as an animator or anything yet. So I think I emailed Game Grumps and was like, I'd like to do an animated, but got no reply. And then the fan organized collab came up, and I was like, well, this is my shot to get on something. Like, I can do a Game Grumps animated without needing permission to do it.
Let's discuss the Dog Swift timeline on how they stumble-fucked their way through getting work. You wanna?
I don't know. Okay.
We've got the resources here.
I don't remember. It's a thing.
I remember.
So you go first.
I remember. All right. Okay. So it was. I think it was January 2017. It was the year my mom had a brain
don't.
aneurysm.
Oh, so sad, dude.
That's all right. I think that was either 2017 or 2016. I think it was 2017. I think we moved to Ireland in 2016. Right. Yes. So, the sordid and interesting, not sordid, that's the wrong word. What's a better word than sordid?
I don't know what you're trying to say.
I don't know what. We're going back, all right? Okay. So, and picture little Swifty. She's 26. She's working at Swifty's working at Sega Hardlight on some games and stuff. And
I got a job, guys, as a UI artist.
Yeah.
Somehow. I got a job as a UI artist by applying and then going way too hard on the application.
Nope.
Okay.
False.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yes.
No.
Yes. I got a job at Sega. Okay. Let's go way, way, way back. Okay.
Yeah.
Out of college, out of university, looking for work, don't know what to do, looking for job applications, don't know what to do. Find one making sprites for an indie game. Have to travel to different city to do it. Travel to different city. It's clear that this indie game is by 3 people who don't know what they're doing, have never interviewed people before, don't have much money or many resources. But I sat there and I drew a bunch of dogs on paper for them all day. And these people who were probably my age also were like, okay, we can work with you, I guess. So then I go home and I make a bunch of little pixel slimes for them over the next 6 months. And every now and then I get paid, and sometimes I don't. But we make friends because we're all trying to do something. They're trying to make a game and they don't know how. I'm trying to get a job. I don't know how. So that happens. Then like a year later or something, one of those people is at Sega Hardlight. And Sega Hardlight are looking for artists, and this person's like, oh, there was this artist we worked with who produced a lot of work and was really enthusiastic, but the game we made never really went anywhere or got published. You could interview them. So they contacted me, and because it was Sonic, I went way too hard on the application as a UI artist, which I'd never done. I don't know how to be a UI artist. I just drew a bunch of UI that I thought looked really cool. And like I said, I went way too hard. I made some of it move using animation software, which is not how you do UI, but I didn't know. And I think because of the sheer amount of work I produced, they were like, okay, let's trial this person. So, so I got a job as a UI artist. I got there, realized I did not know how to use Unity or program UI. And the head UI artist was nice enough to teach me on the job how to do this stuff. So I was learning as I went. And like this is a great example of being good to work with, right? Is I wasn't a great UI artist because I was still learning. And I didn't exactly know how to make my work fit what they needed it to fit and to make it as efficient as they needed it to be. However, because I was friendly, loved being there, made a bunch of friends with everyone in the company, loved Sonic, worked really hard, they were like, well, she's not the best UI artist, but surely we can throw some animation on this other project, or maybe we can have her do like potential character designs for something we don't even know is going to happen yet on this future project. And they worked so hard to keep me around because they just liked having me at the company and I liked being there. So they almost like created job roles for me at Sega Hardlight to make sure I could stick around. And honestly, like one of the best jobs I've ever had because everyone there was so nice and we all had such a good time together. And I loved working there, but it wasn't what I wanted to do, like UI. I wanted to be an animator. So in my downtime, by which I mean at 5 a.m. in the morning before I had to go to work at like 8 a.m., from 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. and then from like 8 p.m. to 10 p.m., I would just do animation and animate a bunch of stuff for fun and to make sure that I was sharpening my skills and making animation. And through doing that, I applied to a couple of places. I applied to The Amazing World of Gumball, and I applied to Boulder Media in Ireland. And Amazing World of Gumball sent me a test in Flash, and I didn't know how to use Flash. And I was like, no problem. And I animated something in Flash, which was like, really, like I did my best, but if you opened that Flash file, I'm sure what they did was open it and be like, oh, she doesn't know how to use Flash. So I didn't get that job. But I did get an interview with with Boulder Media. And they offered me a position there as like basically a revisionist / animator, like an animator who would handle the stuff which the big key animators weren't going to do. And so I had to say goodbye to Sega Hardlight, which is one of the saddest things because everyone there was so cool. And they got me a big goodbye picture of all my times at Sega Hardlight and all the photos we'd taken together. And it was amazing and I miss them still. They're so cool. And yeah, I got to go and work on Wonder Over Yonder. And guys, I worked so hard. I worked so hard. I moved over there. I didn't have a place to live yet. Because in order to get a place to live, you need a bank account. And in order to get a bank account, you need an address. So I was like, well, fuck. To get a bank account, I need a PPS number. To get a PPS number, I need an address. I don't have an address because I can't get a bank account to rent anywhere. So I spent a month living in a B&B. I was trying to do an animation course at the time as well, which was 5 a.m. my time because it was an American course. While I was living in a B&B, making food by boiling soup in my kettle in the can and then eating it.
So I don't know if you covered this. I'm going to fill in some gaps because you've been talking a while. But Swifty was effectively hired onto season 2 of Wonder Over Yonder into Crunch.
Yeah, I was hired into Crunch.
They were hiring people, and Swifty was basically onboarded and hired into a Crunch phase, and was like, was just sort of like
I love this show so much. So I was a fan of season 1.
Yeah, was like this is my first job in the industry, and then she was super lovely to work with, so much so that at a later date when Swifty was like, I'm gonna take some time to do some free like personal stuff, they were like, okay, cool. And then from then on they were like, are you available again? And Swifty was like, no. But we'll get to that later.
Anymore. But yeah, so I was living in this B&B. So I would come back every day after work and go to my tiny room and boil my soup. That's how I was living. And then at 5 a.m. Once a week, I would go downstairs to where the Wi-Fi hotspot was and try and have a meeting on my... What did I have back then? I think it was a laptop.
Mm-hmm.
On my little laptop. And at night, I would like sit on my bed and try and do Maya animation for this course I was doing.
Yeah.
And I was working to the ridiculous o'clock at Boulder trying to get the Wonder Over Yonder crunch done. So I was in weekends, I was in evenings. But slowly people started giving me more and more responsibility on that show because I started being like, oh, actually, she's like a pretty good animator. And she works fucking hard. So like I had, again, I loved it. I had a great time. Probably from the outside in, looking in, it wasn't healthy. But you know...
No, it wasn't.
I myself was having a wonderful time. Meanwhile, Doig was trying to find us places to live because I had no time to go and look for any flats or anything because I was like 9 till 10 crunching every single day and weekends. So I couldn't go and see any places to rent. We worked out how to get me an address, which was that someone at work very kindly offered to let me stay with them in their flat because I had a spare room. So I moved from the Airbnb to this person's flat. They were one of the lead background artists on the show. They were really, really cool. Their flat was really nice. I'm so thankful to them because that allowed me to put an address for at least the bank so I could get a bank account and therefore I could get a PPS number. I literally went to the bank and cried at them because I was so stressed trying to get this stuff sorted out and they took pity on me. Guys, I was so like, please, listen, please, I need somewhere to live, please. So while I was doing this stuff, Doig was going to flat viewings to try and find us a place to live, and eventually he did find us a place to live.
Oh yeah, so yeah, this was in Dublin, so I had to fly over from near Birmingham to Dublin for like I think a weekend, maybe a week at most.
Yeah.
Organize flat viewings, go to them, find an apartment so that we could relocate to Ireland.
Yeah, long story short, I made a bunch of friends on that project. We all had a great time. We went to Japan together, me and my little friend group. It was great fun. However, on that project, I realized that I wasn't satisfied doing clout animation or puppet animation. I wanted to do hand-drawn. And I also got the brainworms for Glim when I was on that project. So on my lunch breaks, I was going to cafes and writing Glim and doing thumbs for Glim and brainworming about Glim. So I was like, I'm going to take 6 months out just to make Glim, and then I'll come back and we'll see what happens. So during that 6-month hiatus, I made Glim, and I also started doing a bunch of animation just for fun. And I also started streaming for the first time.
Hang on. Hang the fuck up. You've skipped stuff.
Have I? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, let me tell this part of the story.
Okay.
I picked up a cat though, and hang on. Fucking hang on. I'm gonna restart. I'm trying to build the board and I can't do it because I can't let go of this cat. So I'm just gonna build
Build what board?
the board of your career trajectory.
Huh? Are you doing something in the background?
Yeah, you not noticed?
Is it even a hiatus? Did you working the whole time? It was a hiatus from Boulder Media. So
Please
that I had time to do stuff that wasn't
stay.
that.
There we go. All right. Okay. So Swifty went to start working at Boulder Media
Morning, Derp Snazzy.
in January 2016.
Yeah.
After about a year of working on puppet animation, Swifty was like, I miss drawing. I want to do hand-drawn animation.
Yeah.
And so in around about November-ish of 2016, there was this call for the Game Grumps animated for the Battle Kid thing. Yeah. And so Swifty worked on that in their like mornings and evenings to put that. It really is the Scrambles corkboard. It is. And so Swifty worked on that on her evenings and mornings to contribute to that, which is when I started to get involved in collaborating with you on animations. That's probably the first one where we kind of seriously did
Yeah, you comped it.
something together. Well, I colored your frame. You basically left me like a bunch of animated frames, and
Yeah.
I colored your frames. I painted the backgrounds, and then eventually I composited the animation.
All the stuff that wasn't pure animation, basically.
Yeah. So if I find animate a grump. Let's just copy in that. Boop. Oh, that's not going to paste in. Hang on, let's get a little ghosty. Oh, and of course, the little ghost doesn't turn up in this one.
God, I love Wonder Beyond so much. That show was so cool. I'm so sad it didn't get like another season and it got cancelled. Still think it's incredibly underrated.
Okay, hang on. Copy image progress. There we go. All right. And this is the one that we worked on together.
Yeah. But that was like it had to overlap a little bit because look, this is like a little YouTube video we made for it. And I didn't start doing YouTube until after I was on my hiatus because I had time to stream in the morning.
Yeah. Well, so that was finished in February 2017. It wasn't going to come out until June of that year. And so Swifty was like, well, we got to put a YouTube channel together in time for that coming out in the summer, which is how Dog and Swift, the YouTube channel, sort of kickfired. And Swifty started streaming your animation process.
Yeah, just for fun. Like I was doing it anyway, and I was like, I'm gonna try streaming. I'm gonna try streaming and see if anyone comes and watches and hangs out with me while I work. And Little Puffling, I'd love to talk about that with you. Yes, 100%. And that's how we met Habbo. For those of you in the community who remember and were there for like the inception, Hardik is like a really good friend and ended up going and working at Flying Bark and is now working on really, really cool stuff. But back then, like he was just a kid and he came and watched my animation streams and we got chatting and he really wanted to be an animator. So we just back and forthed about a bunch of stuff and ended up becoming really good friends, which was really sweet. Habbo rocks. But yeah, that was the beginning of the community. That is now what this is. Was me just doing little streams for like 5 to 10 people. And I was just chatting about animation while I was working on stuff. But yeah, we did a bunch of little fun things. We started doing gameplay playthroughs, and I wanted to do like an ending for our Night in the Woods Let's Play. So I animated something for that. And I started doing just a bunch of little animations for fun in the morning and posting them on social media. And during this hiatus, when I was doing this and thinking about Glim and working on it and doing animation and stuff, people started asking me if I wanted to do little things with them because they were seeing my stuff online. And I ended up getting so many people contacting me about working on freelance stuff with them that when the 6-month hiatus was up and Boulder Media was like, "You're coming back, right?" I was like, I don't know if I need to, because I want to be a hand-drawn animator and people are giving me hand-drawn opportunities right now for money. And and so I could not go back and keep doing this. And so that's what I did. I was like, I'm really sorry, Boulder Media. I liked working with you and I like my friends there and stuff, and I'm gonna stay friends with a bunch of people, but I've got work right now that is more creatively fulfilling to me than working on puppet animation. And trying to remember what opportunities I had that I was working on.
There was something with NAS that had like fantasy characters that you did.
Oh yeah, there was. I think it was like for League of Legends or something.
Oh right, okay.
But mainly, the Grump stuff led to us hanging out with Patrick Stannard more and making stuff together, and that led to Dan Avidan contacting Patrick and us about doing a music video for him for Night Runner Magnum Bullets, which became our big focus and our big project. And us working on that for him and him seeing the quality of the animation there was what led to him giving us Starlight Brigade. And that's what kicked basically the whole thing into a higher gear.
Sorry.
So that's how that happened. I think that was all off like the animated Grump thing I wanted to take part in. Was him then offering us this music video, because Patrick had also done some animated Grumps.
Yeah, he'd done like the Kira one, etc.
So it was really those projects, those music videos, coming out. I was going way harder on them than anyone thought we were going to. That ended up creating a little bit of a ripple through parts of the industry, and then parts of the industry taking notice of us and then wanting us to work with them. You would love to know how many people went down the fan animation for Grumps to no name in the industry pipeline at this point. I would too, actually. That would be awesome. And yeah, Bologna Man. That's it. Bologna Man was Patrick. And Helos, thank you. I think the Magnum Bullets music video is really cool. I think it's rad. Like, I know Starlight Brigade is the one that really blew up, but I still think Magnum Bullets is awesome.
I'm trying to get stuff. I don't know how to get it from Discord anymore. So my whole plan was to like board the path out, and it's failing. Oh well. What's the part that I need to remove from the... Oh, cool. Is this you helping me out? There we go.
So that was for the Night in the Woods Let's Play. I just did this for fun. But
this is the thing that we streamed.
Again, I went way too hard on it. Because my main aim with that one was really trying to hit the style of Night in the Woods. I really like emulating the style of different things to try and push my art and see if I can get as close to the actual style as possible. You guys might have seen that I did that with the Rise of the TMNT stuff. When I did the little vines for that, I tried to make it look like it was from the show as much as possible. There are still things you can see where it's like obvious that it's fan rather than official. But I got pretty close. And I enjoy trying to do that as an exercise.
So yeah, when Swifty was brought on for Night Runner Magnum Bullets, it was to help Patrick punch up the boards, and then led to Swifty doing character design for the incidentals. And I think you also helped on Circle Wolf and what I think what became Star Wolf, but was Cross Wolf to begin with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my main contributions were Star Wolf and Circle Wolf. I had the most influence on their designs, but I designed a bunch of the background characters. So did Pat.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I found an old piece of fan art I did of that music video and posted it on Blue Sky yesterday. I'd forgotten about that.
All right. Oh. But throughout all of this, I feel like Swifty was learning what she actually wanted to be doing.
Yeah. The way that I always say is like the target kept getting smaller and smaller and smaller as I started working in the industry. Because when I first started, it was just like, I just want an art job. Any job where I get to like make art, that's all I want. And then I got that and I was like, man, I really want it to be something that I'm like excited about though, and passionate about. And then I got that with Sega Hardlight because I got to work on Sonic stuff, and I was like, man, I really want to be animating though. And then I got that with Boulder Media, and then I was like, but it needs to be 2D hand-drawn animation though. And so every job I got, I learned more and more like what was going to make me happy in terms of working in the industry.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to get the thing you want in order to realize that what you want is actually more specific than that. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I basically was just dragged in Swifty's wake for a lot of this. Around about this time period, I was working before Hardlight. I was working on an indie game with a bunch of friends, and then during Swifty's time at Hardlight, I also got a job at Hardlight. Basically, because Swifty was like,
Give my partner a job.
give my partner a job. He's actually really good. So I did an art test, where I gave Knuckles a skateboard and a skating helmet. And I honestly think the art test was a bit of a lol joke, just to have to give me something, like to go through the motions, because I don't know if that was ever needed or used.
It was definitely not used, I think.
Yeah.
And I don't know if Knuckles ever got.
I never got to work on a Sonic thing again after that. Oh yeah, and then there was Mystic Crystal. Then I moved over with you to Ireland. Around about this time, you were working at Boulder. I was pretty much working at home doing. I think I was still trying to work on the indie game for a bit. I was kind of cutting my teeth on getting Unity skills. And then helped out on the Animated Grump. Then we did another Game Grumps one for Game Grumps Variations later, I think that year. Then I colored Girl in the Glim when you took that hiatus. We did that, and then we went to Thought Bubble. And so self-published. We kind of skipped over self-publishing the graphic novel.
Yeah, we did that though. We just paid to have it printed and then took it to Thought Bubble and tried to sell it. And it did really well, and we were so happy about it. And we were like, yeah, we'll do book 2 next year. And then I got a bunch of animation work.
Yeah.
And then Magnum Bullets and Starlight Brigade and Mystic Crystal happened. And then I got hired onto a movie to work on Rise of the TMNT. And then I got hired onto a series to work on Transformers. And then I got hired onto another series I still can't talk about. And then I got hired onto another movie, and then I'm like, well, I'm trying to get book 2 out. I'm trying. Doing my best.
So this is only like half the wall.
And then I started playing D&D.
And then you started playing D&D.
Yeah. Yeah, I worked on Transformers Earthspark. And I know my team's episodes were amazing. But the series as a whole was a little bit of a tricky needle to thread. Because the way that shows normally work is the same way, where there's a group of different teams who each take different episodes. So making sure you're pulling the thematic through lines to make sure the overall story is hanging together is a bit of a tricky thing when you don't have much communication with one another. Wow! Oh my gosh, Enabler! Thank you so much for the Glim Arcade hoodie gift! What the heck?
Thank you!
Yo! Thank you so much! What the heck? That's amazing! Guys, you could win like a $60 hoodie for free. If you just type in !enter to chat, you have the chance to win it, and it'll just get sent to you for free. Merkman says it's my favorite hoodie. That's so cool. It's really nice, guys. It's got like a rough outside, like a really nice rough texture, and then the inside is like fleecy, but it's not super thick as well. So it's like keeps you warm, but is also not terrible for the summer. Snapping Decor, it's your favorite hoodie too. They're nice, aren't they? Whatever type of hoodie they're printing these on is really nice. It's also one of my favorites. I often steal Doig's because he got his in an extra large size.
Yeah.
And there's something very comforting about wearing a huge hoodie. That's very comfortable.
I love a good hoodie, man.
Yeah. Yeah. If you're like me, I advise ordering a larger size so that you can be swamped in it.
It depends on the.
Aletho says, don't storyboard artists have like a meeting once a week with a showrunner? It depends a lot on the production. The way it works for us on Earthspark was that we have a story team lead, like a lead storyboard artist who leads the team, and each team has one. And the lead story artist is the person who will talk to the showrunners in order to reduce their workload, so that the showrunner doesn't have to talk to each artist individually or each team individually. They talk to the lead storyboard artists, and then those lead storyboard artists communicate things down to their team. So we would have regular storyboard meetings with our story team lead, who was JJ, and JJ would run those up the chain for us. But whenever we got given a new episode to work on, they would be delivered to us by like a larger crew, including the writers and such, to communicate to us their intent with the episode. And when we pitched, we'd pitch to everyone. But generally, JJ was our point of contact. But that changes depending on the production.
Yeah. Also be
Good luck, everyone who entered.
It should also be said that because of 2020 onward, animation productions started to look farther afield for more remote work opportunities. So Swifty getting these projects also coincided with a relaxing of they basically couldn't be in the office, and so they could hire people remotely more so. But I think that's sort of
the pandemic
stayed around a little bit more.
Pandemic did that, and then people realized that they didn't have to be in the office, and it's kind of stuck like that a bit more since. Helos, did you win? Congratulations, Helos!
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah! Wahoo! Get hoodied. Jal Markin says Swifty Ken looks like a kid presenting a school project, sitting in front of all those posters. And this is my project. Thank you.
This is Swifty's career path visualized. This is Swifty's portfolio.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
You see, so now you've noticed like JJ's name comes up a lot. He's the one who's pulled me onto the last couple of projects. Before that, I was pulled onto a bunch of stuff by Pat and Knights. So yeah, like luckily I haven't needed to necessarily apply because people contact me when they want me to be on something.
This goes in around here, I think. Boom.
Yeah, and now here I am. I'm working on something else I can't tell you about yet. Whoa!
Swifties Community Day, yeah.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, there's no rush. Like, everyone's journey will be different, and your journey will take how long it takes. Just enjoy it.
We need to go back a little bit and add more space here for Sonic 3 and stuff.
Yeah. What helped me a lot was learning that a lot of the Disney animators didn't start animating till they were in their 30s. Like, a lot of them had completely different career paths and literally had never animated before because the art form was so new. And so, like, the people from the era of the 9 Old Men and the one just before, like, you know, were coming back from war and had nothing to do. Or, like, working in different disciplines and had nothing to do. And then Disney, which was a small studio at the time, or smaller, was like, hey, we need people to draw. And they were like, fuck it, I'll give it a shot. And so these bunch of dudes in, like, their 30s went and learned to animate for the first time and became the people who the entire art form was based on. You know? The 9 Old Men, like, a lot of them started doing that in their 30s. So there's no rush. You don't need to worry. Don't feel panicked because, like, I don't know, there's like a 15-year-old who can do it really well already. That's awesome for that 15-year-old. I fucking love to see that. But you don't need to feel rushed about it. You can become extremely good. You can become one of the best in the world at what you do starting from your 30s. Starting from your 40s even. Starting from your 50s even. Like, when you start doesn't matter. What matters is, like, your passion and what you want to do. Like, you can still be incredible at something. Like, if that 15-year-old can get good in, like, 5 or 6 years, so can you at 30, so don't worry about it. If anything, young artists being extremely good should be encouraging to you because it shows you how little time you need to get really good at something. Just so you can chill and just do what you enjoy. Yeah, and also Puffling says you need to live too, otherwise you turn into a burnt out husk. So true. So true. Working forever and doing nothing but art is great when your head is in it and you're enjoying it. But if you're doing it and burning yourself out, you'll do more harm than good. You need to put some fuel in the tank. You need to go to museums and make friends and have trips and have holidays and experience life, because you know what animation is? It's the illusion of life, my dudes. You gotta know people's mannerisms and how people talk to each other and people's body language and how water moves and how leaves blow in order to animate that stuff. Or you end up doing the terrible anime thing of every single character I have has the same body language because we've shorthanded emotions into gestures and now every single person does that gesture. Are they nervous? Oh, they're going to rub the back of their head with their hand and giggle. It's like, and every single person is going to do that exactly the same because that's how we do, that's how we body language. And it's like, no. You want to body language specifically based on the character and how they would do that and how they would express that emotion. And the way you get that is by looking at people, which means you need to have a life. You want to be a good animator, you need to have a life. You need to have a life to animate life. Guess what? Guess what? You need to study life. You need to see various things in order to pull varied inspiration into your artwork and make it particular to you. That's it. If you only look at other artists' work when you're making stuff, if you stay inside and all you're doing is looking at other people's work for inspiration, you become a human version of AI. Go outside and get inspired by non-art stuff and pull that into your art.
Oh yeah, there's a funny story around the Knuckles thing. Because there we go, nice light table. So the Knuckles one was I think it was directed by Tyson Hesse, and also co-directed by what's his name from Powerhouse? Callan, I think. Callan something, yeah. Not important to my story, but just giving you the context. So Powerhouse is where Patrick Stannard, who is the kind of leader of the Knights of the Light Table, he works there, and he was like, "Oh, you should reach out to Swifty. They love Sonic. We're doing a Sonic production." And so they reached out to Swifty and they were like, "Hey, we have this opportunity. Are you able to do an art test for us?" And Swifty said, "No, I don't have time to do an art test for you."
They were like, "Do you have time to?" I was like, "No." I was like, "Listen, I love Sonic. I would love to be on this. I've worked with Patrick before on music videos and he knows that I'm good for it. I do not have time to do a week-long art test for you right now to prove I can draw Sonic. I'm sorry." I'm sorry. I would love to be on it, but like maybe just talk to Pat if you need verification that I can deliver. Like, I'm sorry to be a bitch. I don't want to be that person. I'm really busy right now. And spending a week on an art test that I might not get, I'd rather you just look at my work and tell me if you do or don't want me.
Yeah, you were like, "I don't have an art test, but I have time to do the work."
Yeah.
And they were like, "Okay, cool. Yeah, here's your shots."
Yeah, they were like, "Okay then." I was like, wow, I can't believe that worked. I feel like an asshole, but also I am really busy. And, so they ended up giving me a couple of shots on it anyway.
You did the most fucking politest, "Do you know who you're talking to?" email reply to that. Yeah, you didn't say, "Do you know who you're talking to?" But you were like, "Hi."
Yeah, I didn't mean to. I was just like, "You've worked with someone who I've done so many projects with, and he can tell you that I can draw Sonic, and he can tell you that I can animate, and I really don't want to spend a week proving it to you when you can just ask Patrick."
Okay, I want to disclaimer clarify. Swifty didn't say, "Do you realize who you're talking to?"
Yeah.
But like the most polite, "Sorry, I don't have time for that."
Yeah.
If there's any chance that I can still work on it, then I do have time available for that.
Yeah, sorry, no.
Paid work stuff. But it was I think it was the kind of thing where like the production person was just handling Swifty like they would handle anybody else, which is fine. That's just their process. Yeah,
that's fine.
It's
just that because I was recommended by someone who'd worked with me, he was like there too. It's like I don't want to spend a week showing you I can draw Sonic only to then not get the job. I'd rather you just tell me if you don't like my drawing style and you don't think that I would fit the project straight up.
So that was kind of funny.
Yeah, that was my first time indirectly working with Tyson, which was fun. Cool.
That's true, yeah.
Yeah. That was a fun and a cool project, and I enjoyed it. I got to do 2 shots. I got the shot where he put the cog into the screen and contemplate. And I got the shot where he do the big punch down on the enemy.
And then the big zoom into him eye.
And the zoom to he eye.
Yeah.
That's it.
So that's how you go about getting work. Be good and be good to work with.
Yeah. right now, to be honest, Doug and I are thinking if we can save up the money, we would love to just take like a whole year off doing anything and just make our own stuff again.
Yep.
Which is how like getting into the animation part like really started, and it's what we want to return to because it's the most fun for us is working on our own stuff. I have fucking enjoyed working on so much of this stuff so much, but I'm ready to take it a little bit easier and do some stuff for fun before diving back into like another batch of huge projects. Because it's just been since Wander Over Yonder and Boulder Media, really since Hardlight, since this whole thing started, it's been go 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 constantly.
Yeah, this is 9 years worth of.
I haven't had a break, guys.
This is 9 years, and this isn't everything.
Yeah, I haven't had a break, and I would like to take a little bit of time.
There's like 2 other music videos we worked on for Knights of the Light Table that we didn't even cover.
Mm-hmm.
There's Blowing the Payload, and there was also Heartboner.
Yeah. I did work on Blowing the Payload, but Doig did.
I did, yeah. I did art, color, and backgrounds. I did all of the backgrounds.
Yeah, there was a Magic Scrabble game. Like, I want to do stuff like that, you know? It doesn't even have to be fucking animation. It can just be, hey, I made a board game about wizards, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I want to play a bunch of video games, honestly. I haven't played a video game in so long, guys. Like, I want to play video games and catch up.
That's so wizard. Should be the slogan on the box.
Mm-hmm. Puffling says, yes, I big agree, guys. I've been enjoying this new phase of my career where I get to work on more projects that are driven by my friends. I wish there was more funding out there for independent creatives. I want to make my short films. Yeah, I want you to make your short films.
I think that...
I want that for you.
I think that government funding and stuff tends to be like, they don't cover everything that you would need.
No.
It needs to be like more... Like, if you look at places like Cartoon Saloon, and you look at like how they've ducked and weaved their way through making feature films, it's often that they hire on an international team so that every location that's working on the film can get their own like localized government funding, so they could pull it all together. It's not enough for one movie from one kind of like national location. I think really what we need is a way for indie projects to get seen and supported. Things like Kickstarter and stuff are kind of like the steps and the ways to go. But the thing about those that you don't realize is that running a Kickstarter or a Patreon or whatever is another full-time job on top of animating.
Yeah.
That's just like, it's more work to do the thing to do the thing that you want to be doing. It's like it's more work doing not the thing to do the thing you want to be doing, which is why I like often animation stuff has to be such a collaboration between multiple people so they can handle that sort of stuff, which becomes less feasible the smaller the team you are. But the bigger the team you are, the more time you have to spend.
The more overhead.
The more time you have to spend just fucking talking to people.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like the bigger the team, the more artists, the faster you think the work would go. But also, the bigger the team, the more artists you have to talk to, direct, and give notes to, which means the less time you get to actually work on the project. Which is something which Doig and I are dealing with at the minute, because this current project we're working on, we don't have a huge team, but it's a little bigger than we're used to. The problem is I'm one of the fastest animators on the project. So if I can't be animating, then the work slows down, but I can't be animating because I need to give notes to like a bunch of people. So in some ways, it would almost be better to have a slightly smaller team, because then I would be able to get my hands on more of the animation and that would go faster.
Yeah. I think Starlight Brigade for me has always been the sort of sweet spot team size where it's just like me and one other person sort of thing in terms of like departments I was in. It's either just me or me and one other person that I need to talk to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing a little bit of a all that advice all that advice of like be good at your work and be good to work with, I stumble over the second one a lot because I'm a bit of a stubborn bear asshole sometimes, and I'm trying to work on that as a person. But
Doig-
sometimes I just want to retreat into a cave and paint.
I hope this isn't like too bad to say, Doig,
Mm-hmm.
but Doig isn't good to work with, guys. He's not.
Nope.
The reason that Doig isn't having his door knocked down by people is that Doig can be kind of a dick to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So can I, but only to Doig. I'm nice to everyone
Except
except
me.
Doig. And Doig is terrible to work with, but I will put up with him because I love him and I know his work's really good.
So there was questions earlier. Was like, what's your ideal dream job, Doig? I don't have one. Stop giving me work. But I can't
you
exist
say
in a
that, but then you
capitalist.
won on the project,
Ah,
and
yeah.
then you do nothing but complain about the project.
I can't
Fucking yeet you out of the window.
I can
I swear.
often vent.
Yeah, I receive the vents, and then I tell him to suck it up.
Puffling says, "I understand the curmudgeonly disposition.
Yeah, that's what it is. Like Doig does enjoy it and stuff. It's literally just like, he's a curmudgeon.
I'm a curmudgeon. Just let me do the things that I like to do."
Doig just wants control over the project and stuff because he has high standards. However, he also just wants to be left alone to do the work.
Yep.
So he simultaneously wants control over a team so that he can make sure they're meeting the standards, and he doesn't want control over the team because he just wants to be left alone to put his head down and do the work, which I get. I understand.
I want the time to like do art direction, and then I want someone else to do the thing where that makes people follow the art direction. But that doesn't exist, so
Yeah.
the duality of a bear. Yeah, so this advice of you got to be good to work with, I have to live with the knowledge that I struggle with that all the time. Like I have burned some bridges in my time because of that disposition. I don't recommend it. Be more like Swift. I aspire to be more like Swift.
You don't have to be more like me, because again, I don't know if you necessarily want to be called up for projects all the time. Unlike
Not
me.
a lot, no. I want to. Ideally, I would love to just make my own stuff, and be left to make my own stuff, and somehow be supported to make my own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
That's my dream.
Yeah,
Self-sustainability.
You want to work on the overlay and do stuff like that.
I want to make cool little dumb shit. So yeah, I'm don't work well in teams, which
However, I
comes
do,
back to bite me. Yeah.
because I love working in teams.
So yeah. So keep that in mind. Like, you can try and force yourself into a like a situation where it might just not really be compatible for you. So keep that in mind.
Pursue the things that make you happy and the way that you enjoy working, and hopefully you'll land somewhere where the workflow fits you.
Sorry.
If any big company would randomly decide to pay for Vipo Dev, you'd be happy.
Nope.
You know, funny you say that, Merquim. A big company did approach Doig and offered to pay him for Vipo Dev a couple of years back. They wanted Vipo Dev in order to advertise and do promotions for advertisers. And they offered Doig a chunk of money to develop it for them.
A fairly substantial chunk of money.
And Doig said no.
I said no.
Doig said, I think I'd rather than work on this for you so you can advertise, I think I'd rather just keep working on it for me and not advertise.
That's when you don't make your passion the thing that... That's the thing. If you get paid for your passion, it
becomes obligation.
It becomes
almost?
yeah. It's something you have to work on. I don't deal well with that. Also, I was worried that they would like somehow own some IP or creative part of what I was doing, and I didn't want to have to jump through legal hoops or anything on that side. So I just sort of went, you know what? I'm just gonna keep doing it for fun.
Yeah. Puffling, I think at the time I felt like it was a lot of money, but now I think I agree with you.
Oh, yeah.
Puffling says, I think Doig is right. Also, it was a lot of money, but I think they lowballed you on it. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I do think they lowballed you on it, actually.
I think it would have led...
what you were delivering for them?
I think it would have... I think that was only like a first part of it. That wasn't like the be all and end all, but...
Right.
That was just for sort of a prototype. But the thing is as well, let's be real, my shit breaks all the time.
Yeah, we don't know
And
if you
so-
can make a stable version of it.
And so I was like, I'd probably have to split this with a friend of mine who would do like the actual tech dev stuff and make it stable and all that, which would cut what they were offering in half, and it would cover us for like a few months. So it was, it was like, I'd rather just keep fucking tinkering instead of making this my job.
Yeah.
You
knew that it was going to make your work on it kind of miserable, so you didn't take it.
Yep. Because I would have had to spend all the time making that one, and it would have been separate from this and all this bare bird goodness and stuff. So.
Yeah. Like, I think Doig's ideal, like, once we wrap up this next project, which is a very cool project, by the way, but once we wrap that up, I think Doig would like to just see if we can make Twitch a go so that he can just work on this and the passive income can help support us.
Yeah. That's the hope. That's the dream.
Speaking of which, I have to leave.
We have to go.
Are you going to leave with me and come on a walk, or are you going to stay?
I wanted to ask Kitco some things.
So you're going to stay?
I'm going to stay.
So you're abandoning me?
Yeah.
Okay, I see. See how it is. I will leave and get myself coffee. Is there anything that you would like?
Cat food. Not for me.
Oh, yes, dry cat food.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. No problem. Oh my gosh, yes, D&D is tonight. Oh, I'm scared.
Oh, yeah.
Oh no, I'm scared. It's tonight. How did it become Friday? Ah! Oh, guys. Okay, so I'm scared. Come and watch us play D&D tonight on Lady V's channel. We are in a place called the Primrose Parlor. We've just been discovered. We have to try and escape, I think. I don't know what's going to happen tonight at all. No one does. We don't have a plan. And I'm also scared about what else might happen in the session. I don't know if I'm emotionally ready for what might happen in the session. But I have to be, because it's going to happen in a few hours. So come and watch my boy Ritz and whatever the shenanigans the group will get up to this time. Don't die. We will try so hard not to die. My man is panicking, guys. He's panicking. He's in the headspace where he's panicking right now. So you're going to have to rely on Kari and Kova and Wick to think their way out of this one. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, Shnu. He's panicking right now. Please don't die. It's got people who would miss him. Aw. I mean, I'll try. Shnu says, I've slept so little this week. Good luck, rely on Kari. No! Kari! Quick, Shnu, have a nap. Quick, have a nap now. Suddenly there's a shoe dropping. Gwen's meant to be holding those. Gwen's meant to have the shoes. No, don't do this to him. He just feels like he can live. Don't do this to him now. He has 5 hours of being like, maybe I'm not gonna die, and then dies.
Oh, you're sitting. Martina's trying to get you out of here.
Okay, I'll stand up. All rise. You did this to yourself. No, I know. He was feeling invincible. He was feeling his oats.
His
Now look.
oats. That's got a different connotation.
Does it? I don't know. Yeah, I still really want to beat HR. If that's an opportunity, still really want to do it. We'll see what the climate is like in the parlor though. Because if everyone's out to get us suddenly, there might not be a chance to meet HR.
You literally gave me a spell to avoid what?
Yeah, avoid having to go into the room to figure out what was in there.
Oh.
But we didn't. Well, at least now you can use your spell for something else.
That's true.
Yeah, Kari literally has a spell that lets her look behind doors and stuff.
Maybe Carrie could use that for HR.
I mean, maybe we don't know where HR is.
You just look in, it's just like
but
blood.
if we find it.
blood.
Yeah, Ritz just sees a bunch of ghosts. And he's like, oh no! Oh no! Let's not go there, actually.
Yeah, human recycling.
Why are there so many ghosts in this part of the... Oh no! Okay, I'm gonna leave. See everyone, and bye Martina, and bye everyone in chat.
Have a great day, Swifty.
It feels like we're taking HR too literally. I don't know, how else should I be taking it? Oh, the human recycling. I'm just dumb. All right, see you guys. Bye.
Bye, Swifty. Go goobies. Oh, I came up with something that was sort of just like a smashing together for 100%. Like Swifty was talking to me yesterday, and I was like, 100%. She was like, I like 100%. I like that. Hey, you gonna do this? 100%. What are we cooking today, dog? Well, if Kiko's here, Kiko, the Discord thing only works sometimes, and I'm not sure how to make it disconnect properly, but it's not working. I don't know why. I tried to add on server stop disconnect, but it hasn't seemed to have done anything, and now it doesn't seem to. I'm going to try run it again, see if it works. But it might just not. Does it say disconnect in the logs when you stop playing? Let's try. Let's look. Let's close this version. We don't want that anymore. Got this version. And then we got this version. Let's do a log. Debug. .log. Wait, no, you have got a cool logger thing. Log. How do you do the loggy logs? Log. Yeah. Log. I'm so stealing this cool log stuff. Oh, we got a shitty insert thing. Disconnecting on server stop. Save. Adding colors is fun. I think it would be spelled like this. Humbercent. Humbercent. So it's not connected here. It failed to connect. What we've got here is a failure to communicate. Start connect, starting heartbeat, closure requested by endpoint 4002, disconnected. Run it again. It could be that I was trying to kind of make it only work when the network's connected. To kind of like before there was like instances where it was kind of closing out like the network, it was stopping, and then I'm trying to like route it through the networking, but that might be why maybe instead of doing it on awake, it should do it on network connect instead. So public override on void on start server. Whatever you do in the awake stuff. Ooh. This is bad. This is not good. Because you're destroying what is now a network object. Is this important? All right, let's move this to here. To keep the singleton. Gotcha. All right. I did change it into a network object, yeah. But that's only because nope. Disconnected there as well. It disconnected so many times. Disconnected, disconnecting on server stop, disconnected, disconnected. All right, it's doing that way too many times. You don't think it should be networked? Okay, let's remove all of that. Uh, okay. Let's see what it does now. All right. So we're getting an error. For a while, decoding payload. And then it disconnects again. And then it's fine. It's okay now. And then it disconnects. And I run it again. And then it's okay now. Oh, take care. Love you too. Okay now. Disconnected. Run it again. It's okay now. Does the Discord account go offline in the like the mod person? Let's see. Yes. It does now. And now it's online. Connected. Is it fixed? Is it just fixed now? I think it's just working now.
What?
But I added the networking stuff because it was working every other time. And then now I've removed the network stuff and now it's working almost seemingly every time. Although we weren't doing anything with it. Now that we have done something with it, is it going to... No, it's still working. It's still okay. It's... God. What is this?
God, what is this?
I guess it works now. Let's make a build. It sucks because I've never seen this on my editor. It seems to be working.
Seems to be working.
Haunt dog. Seems to be working now.
Who is a pink pony girl? Haha. Kaz, you just spawned in BTW.
Wasn't it supposed to just not work in the editor? Well, it seems to be...
I am not a pink pony girl.
it seems to be working now. I'm gonna close it down and see if it keeps working. Yeah, seems to work.
Seems to work.
Okay. All right. Well, let's
Test.
got. Yeah, that worked. Wait. Oh, is it just because I'm not looking? Yeah, it's just because I'm not looking. There we go.
Boo.
Boo. Cool.
First boo didn't come through, so was testing again.
Your first boo was probably a summon boo. So I might do a callback to have the mod manager let you know what's happening. So like when the mod manager joins, it should probably send a message to Discord to be like, "Hi, I'm listening now." And then when it closes down, be like, "I'm not listening anymore." So that there's some sort of like signal. Do the pictures properly work now?
Good idea.
Good idea. Good idea. Yep. Looks like it. So, why are you floating like this now, Kaz? What did you do? What did I do to you? Did they swap out like intended?
This is wonderful. Some stream mods would even pay for something like this.
That one's swapping out, I think. Unless it didn't. Yeah, that one swapped out. I don't know why they stopped swapping out. This is wonderful. Some stream mods would even pay for something like this. What do you mean, stream mods? You mean like mods for other streams? Or...
I'm floating away again.
You are floating away again.
Yes. Big streamers.
Oh, maybe.
To offer to their mods.
Hi guys.
Well, yeah, they...
You look wonderful.
I guess so. Time to file the patent. I don't know if this is patentable. It's just text to speech. They'd be like, that's been done before. Yeah, it could be a cool tool. Leave that to Kitco though. He's the one that made it. But yeah, I wonder if you many streamers would love to tidy their chat. Yeah. Yeah, now mods can like talk to you in a private way as well. Not having to see their mods as commands. Yeah, that's true. Cause like you guys can do any command from there, not just mod ghosty ones. So anything that isn't, yeah, there you go. Anything that utilizes the overlay. So streamer bot commands won't work unless I make a workaround for you to also get streamer bot ones, which I can do. But I haven't done that yet. The streamer bot is also listening to the chat and has a bunch of its own commands. But I could interaction with a live text based audience through a use of an exterior text channel which is synthesized into vocal projection. Nice. Two big things that prevent me from trying online coding is that I can't solo test multiplayer games properly, and that the concept of malicious person using my work to attack other people and me being able to stop them and responsible for it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I'd feel comfortable like putting out an online game in the short term. Putting out so my friends can join, sure, but because it's peer-to-peer and stuff. I love being part of a live text-based audience, says Fusor. Yeah, what's really cool is I can probably like if because it's also getting tracked in a Discord chat, like past mod messages and stuff. It's all stored as well. In a way. Like there's a record of what went on during the stream. Yeah, P2P is a risk anyone takes when they play games. Because it's using mirror networking, that handles a lot of that stuff as well. And I'm using Steam for the networking as a transporter for the matchmaking. But yeah, I get around a lot of the what should be kind of secure by not requiring any of the clients to require authority as well. So I don't do it in a very secure way either. But yeah, what else can mods do? Chat, like what could we let them do in the Discord chat? Emotes would be a really cool thing. Getting Discord emotes would be kind of rad. Keiko has a bunch of ideas. You did have a bunch of ideas. I'm going to read them, but I'm not going to read them out. Wait. Wait. We've done all the ideas you listed out. Ooh, I have a bunch of ideas like repositioning, getting your current position and translating from it. Ooh. Ooh, explain. Oh yeah. Like Keiko sent me like a bulleted list of like 3 things. I will read them out because they're already here, which is that normal text messages are sent as boo. That works. You can use commands from the Discord chat. That now works. And like holding images that you paste in now also works. In large part because of Kitco. So everybody, let's show Kitco some love. He is just like helping out a ton. He has the cool tech brain.
Clap, clap, clap. Slow clap. Fast clap.
Oh, if you do like get pos, it tells you your position. If you do like move XYZ, it will move in the XYZ direction. And you could probably go where you wanted just with commands.
ID clap, but my arms are too short.
That's pretty cool. Okay, so we need can the Discord manager thing post messages back to Discord yet, or is that not built in yet? Is it read only for now? Might only be read only for now. I think that might not be supported by WebSocket. Would that have to be a webhook? But it's just an HTTP. So we've already done that. elsewhere for the camera stuff. I wouldn't know how to post it as the find camera snapshot. Channel point manager. Find snapshot. Ooh, why is this blocked out? Maybe there's take snapshot. Yes, this is what we want. Here we go. Here we are. Oh yeah. I forgot I was in the middle of like trying to post my own stream live announcements with a button of being like we're live and then take a picture of what I wanted to send. Anyway. If we go to Discord manager down here, yep, then we just have to make sure that it can do this. Okay. Post message. And then we don't need any of this. Yeah, anyway. Message. I'm sure we did like a message version of this before. Maybe it's still in the snapshot. Here we are. This is probably easier to think. I just need the URL. Oh, so it knows where. Right, okay. I get it. Send message. Okay, so public void post Discord message, and then we string sent message start coroutine and Discord message, and then we give it the sent message, and then in Discord, sorry, we will create a webhook in I'm sorry for all of the Pally Donate Kofi YouTube stuff that you're doing, Pablo. I don't know if it's running. Oh, it should have been doing that stuff. It was still running, technically. Alright, so Twitch mods, server settings, integrations, webhooks, new webhook. Let's call this mod manager text. Mod manager messaging. It goes to mod commands, copy webhook URL, save. All right, and then we put that in here as a text, as a cool. Guard send message post. All right. So now, when start up and connect, so I can connect WebSocket. We could do Discord post Discord message. Mod manager is now listening for mod send messages. disconnect. There we go. All right. Mod manager messaging. Come out of this. Okay. So if we run this, oh, what is it? What have I done? This? God damn it. Yeah. That's why I built stuff for the mods first, for the multiplayer. So, because I knew that mods are more likely to be in and around the stream while I'm testing stuff. And then the multiplayer is going to be for, you know, additional guests at a later time. But in terms of like having a bunch of people to test stuff with you can test stuff on your own machine as well. Like, you can have two things running in an instance. Mod Manager is now listening for mod sent messages, and immediately after that, Mod Manager has stopped listening for mod sent messages. Why did it fail out so fast? Coroutine couldn't be started because the game object disk manager is inactive. Why are you inactive? Try it again. Okay, that's more promising. So that summoned you, pal, bro.
Hi Mod Manager.
There you go. And then ooh, it didn't disconnect and tell him. Okay, so it doesn't like this. Does it destroy itself or something? Didn't like the disconnect happening back then. Oh, stop all coroutines. And then I ask it to start a coroutine. Can you start the coroutine on a different game object? Probably, yeah. It's still a coroutine that. Are you saying that I should just have a different? Hmm. Any game object can do object dot start coroutine, and it will start it on that game object. Okay. All right. So what if we do stream manager, Discord manager? Where to put it? Oh. On your networking manager, can you start the Discord stuff when you connect as a host? Yeah, potentially. All right. That would make sense as well, because like a whole bunch of stuff that the Discord thing needs to do is reliant on everything else started up anyway. So it probably shouldn't allow it for things when it first starts anyway. So maybe what I should do is have public void connect. Then stream manager. Alrighty, pal. Until mañana. You said it's a singleton, right? Discord manager.main to access it. All right. Let's do it on the actual networking object. Let's be clever about this, I think. Here we go. Boom. The main, the original on start server Discord dot. Oh, I did it. Manager dot main connect. Ooh, protection level. Since that just works anyway, I will just do post Discord message. Is it just this? Did it? No. Stopped. Yeah, it's Friday today, dog. No stream mañana. Oh no, no stream mañana. What you doing? Well, what you doing? What you doing, little man? What you doing? I already gave you wet food. Oh, sleepy boy. There's someone. Did he do a big yawn? Um, he he's on his back with his belly up, near me. Near me. All right, try this. But because they're out of wet food, I give him. Sorry, out of dry food, I gave him wet food this morning that he turned his nose up at. But I think he's now asking for wet food, like a big dumb ass. If she ate all the wet food, it's your own fault, little man. I love that if you take a photograph of a cat while they're yawning, it just looks like they're screaming. Like, it just looks like they're just yelling, ah. Oh, I forgot to look. I don't think that worked though. It kept disconnected. Oh, thank you, chicken and bacon. Oh, oh no. Okay. Be all right. it just started up and Mod Manager was like, I've stopped listening. That's how have I done this? Have I goofed this? Huh. Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, so it disconnected there. Disconnected a bunch of times. Now it's okay. And then it disconnected a bunch of times because it's not properly disconnecting, I don't think. All right. um yeah. Funny. This this is all the mods are seeing now. Mod Manager has stopped listening. Mod Manager has started. Stop. Start. Stop. Started. Started. Story of my life. Okay. Okay, so it's good. I wonder if there's a way that I can make it be like, oh, I can make it be even more egregious. I can make it be even more egregious. If I do this, does it fucking do? Wait, is it this and then this? Save. Hang on. Oh, come on. Yes! it does the fucking announcement bar and then stop. Got you. There's Kaz. There we are. So you can see. Oh, there we go. There you are. The top one is like normal size text. It started listening. Has stopped listening. Mod manager has started listening. Has stopped listening. That makes me laugh. Oh my god, that makes me laugh so hard.
We like a good Deutsch chuckle.
There we go. All right. Pretty happy with that. Now we're able to send messages back to the mod manager. Maybe I should make the mod manager thing that it posts the same color, so it doesn't, because one's blue and one's red. I think I can do stuff to change that up. So integrations, mod manager. Nope, not that. Shit, clicked off the wrong thing. Server settings, integrations, webhooks, mod manager. Oh, it just it just randomly assigns a color. Can I change that? No? Okay. I can rename it mod manager. Save. Right. All right, let's give it a icon, I guess. Nope. Stream assets. All right. It's just gonna be scrambles then. Why not? Save changes. Integrations. Save change. Careful, you have unsaved changes. There we go. Server settings. Integrations. Manage mod manager. So hang on, can I just change nickname? Oh, do I have to change it in the actual developer portal to change the look of mod manager? Probably. Oh, I opened stream accidentally. Okay, Discord developer portal, mod manager. Choose a neat icon. All right, it's gonna be scrambles for now. Here, streamer bot, stream assets, scrambles, transparent, open. There we go. Save changes. Cool. Does that change on Discord? Hell yeah, it does. This is a web hook, so it's not using the app stuff, so not technically sent by the app. Yeah, no, I get you. I'm just making it seem like it is. Yeah, so if I close it, it is a little scrambles. And then start it up again. There we go. Cool. You can't ignore me now. You have to specify a profile pic in the webhook data. Oh no, it totally works. I just you can just set it on the webhook on the Discord server itself, where you create the webhook for the image. Yeah, I just did that. And then I just renamed the webhook to be the same as the to be the same. Ta-da. I'm technically lying, but I feel like it has a little bit of Scrambles energy to whatever this is doing. Scrambles is always listening. I might rename it Scrambles. Fuck it, whatever. It's Scrambly Man. Cool. Oh no. I just called Sparrow over and she excitedly ran over. I was like, oh, progress. A cat who listens. And I pet her and she ran away again. So, what can you do? Yeah, so you were saying get a position back, right? If it sends a command. How would we do that? I guess we'd set up. You were saying like get pos. So if we ran that through, if we ran that through the chat message manager here, and we were like, mod commands. What the fuck? What the fuck? Have we? I don't remember doing this ever. I don't remember doing this ever. What's happened is Kiko has suggested a feature and I've already done it. What the fuck? I don't remember doing this ever. I don't think I made it move though. Pastoik is a mysterious figure. Yeah, so I just need to fucking... I mean, it can... I don't know if non-coders would even want to use that sort of movement system. I wonder if we could translate it to like where it is on camera. So like within the camera's field of view, translate it like I want to be, you know, this point, this X, Y in terms of the camera frame. Or like, rather than world position. Yeah, plus a depth value. Sounds like a Twitch extension where you click to move. Have you already done this? Fuck, man. Fuck. Alright, hang on. So, maybe a D-pad of buttons would work and it moves just a little bit. You set fucking the message and then you do a bunch of arrow emotes to react to it. I suppose you can't click it more than once. But that would be kind of funny whenever you add like an emote to it over the arrow and you could like click it and click off of it again and then, oh, I don't know. Yo, welcome in. Thanks for the raid. How's it going? One of my bots lets you say an equation and it will react with an abacus, and if you click on that emote, it calculates the equation. That crazy. That crazy. If you're interested in what I'm doing here, you just in. This is some C# coding. I'm building a VTuber game. And it's set on an airship. And what I'm currently integrating right now is that the game listens to a Discord channel. So if I hit play here, this would have been the raid ship you'd come in on if it was running. But what I can do is if I open the Discord channel and I type a little bit, it disconnected. That's awesome. Because I'm demonstrating it. Amazing. Gonna work this time? Yeah, it's gonna work this time. Here we go. So, because I typed, and I've summoned in this little mod ghost thing that's floating beside me. And I can make it say stuff like, "Hi Raiders,
Hi Raiders.
how's it going?"
How's it going?
I can have it if I wanted to, I could screen grab something from my screen, paste it into the Discord chat, and then my little guy holds it. And I can take it off him and be like, "Oh, Cyberbumble says, oh, that's sick actually." How about that? I can also get face tracking. That's also working. Hello, everybody. I'm a little green bear. I exist inside of Unity, and we're doing stuff. That's such a cool concept. Thank you. I can pick that up and then throw it, or I can launch myself in the cannon and then throw it. All good. And then I'm trying to do a system where it tells me where my mod is, and then I can move it on somewhere in relation to the screen using the Discord channel. You're always coming out with cooler and cooler stuff. I can't take credit for everything. This is sort of like we're building a toy together. And part of the excitement and the enjoyment of working on this on stream is that, yeah, like you guys can be like, wouldn't it be cool if? And then a bunch of more skilled people than me go, that's actually possible. Here, I looked into that. And then they send me some cool code like Kitco does, or Dizzyit, or, you know, Rennie right here shows me how he does like a queuing system. And we just build stuff together, get excited, and make cool stuff. Yeah, like one of these little guys is one of you guys. Because you followed, you become a little jelly cat. This one is... So this is Dev Draws. Hey, welcome to the stream, Dev Draws. You're really welcome to be here. We also have this this baseball bat. And yeah, we can sort of just welcome you with a little yeah. Anyway. We've joked about that timing people out if we wanted to, etc.
Hi Raiders.
Don't worry, you can spawn in another cat. We've also got a feature here. Who is this? Who would be Fusar? Yeah. So because Fuser's got a little diamond above them, they're able to use like a way to put little speech bubbles into the environment using a chat command and have it appear. That's not what we want. That's not what we want at all. Here we go. I've been blessed with the gift of speech. Yeah. And they've learned that they can use almost like HTML things to format their text. So yeah. We have a good time over here. Where'd the mods go? Oh, they're following me. I see. All right, got it. I gotta figure out a way to stop you guys from going over one another. Oh. Um, font wingdings, very cool. Notlu, a couple of things. You need to have summoned a cat. So if you followed, you might be a cat in there, but I'm not sure. And then it'll work. But if you're not a subscriber, it won't do it. It's for subs only. Or if I choose. So, yeah. If you follow, you should get enough points to be able to redeem a cat, I think. And then you can have them wear hats. And all, like, this is Forrest Manus's cowboy hat. Look how happy he looks with his hat. Yeah. Yeah. Howdy. So we have fun. We have fun here. Yeah. You can throw drinks to hydrate your cats. So I think one of them just ate it, absorbed it. I think what I'd like to do in the future is if they contact with it, it goes inside them for a little bit. And they still gain the health immediately, but like we do fun things with, and also people can throw bombs to blow them up. Still working on the balancing of that because the bombs came before the cats, and the cats were supposed to be blown up by the bombs because it was a whole raiders coming in thing. I'm still working on that. It's a work in progress. The ecosystem is in flux. The ecosystem is in flux, really. Oh. All right. Where am I? Oh, I'm up there. I'm up there, but now I'm here. Hi. So it's all based on like a gamepad controller. I can use the left thumbstick to run around. I can use the right thumbstick to look around. It also controls my eyes a little bit. I can use my own head to look around. So to tilt my head. I can stick out my tongue. And it does that. Raise my hands. I can. What else can I do? Oh, this one's cool. I can take control of the camera and fly it around, show you the environment. This is my airship. In here we have a little breakfast room. Yeah. I can also take control of this and then show you this, and then we can do this, and we're like, oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Yeah, we have fun here. Hey, how's it go? Aw, all right. Warphog podcast time. Yeah, sneaky Warphog. Very rude. Very rude. Oh, what else? I can take this, and we get a little picture frame, and then I can take a picture. Kaz being all menacing and stuff. And then that should post to our Discord. Yeah, here we are. copy image, and I go to our mod chat, and I paste that in. And now it's an object in the scene that I can pick up, interact with. Reset the camera. And we create memories this way. And that's what we do here over in Dog Swift. Not to mention a whole bunch of animation stuff too. Yeah. So if you like the sales pitch, stick around. Oh, you do. The what now? The sales pitch. I don't know. I just felt like I was being very like, yo, check all of this out. Is there a plan to make Dog Swift figures? Not currently, but that'd be really awesome. You mean like little printed vinyl figures or something? Or do you mean action figures with opposable thumbs? It'd be cool. Those and maybe plushes at some point would be cool. Yeah. There are plush designs, yeah. There are plush plans, or there are currently plush plans. But because Swift and I have gotten really busy, we want to be like really able to like take a breather and focus on stuff. Like Makeship have campaigns, and we'd want to have like a whole free week to just really push that. But we've been super busy. But figures would be cool. I like creating small, cute characters. That's one of my favorite things to do. I think I did okay with Swift and I's character. So this is my character. And then this over here is Swifty's character. And together we are a bird. I need to fix whatever is going on with this. Hang on. Why are you upside down? None of these held position offsets should mean that you do this, and yet. There we go. There we go. All right. That's what it is. It still thinks you're supposed to be in my right hand, and maybe my right hand logic is broken. So, Swift mirror. You're not in the scene, in the project. Uma, what you doing, little man? Turn the magazine up for. Do we need that? What is that? 1 second. Is he just tearing up a big issue? Yeah, that's fine. Do it. Do it, little man. Tear it up. Wonder if you can build the ship from Lego. Oh, like an actual Lego model. The airship is the background and you and Swift in front. And then the model's on an airship. Oh, that'd be rad. Here we go. My cat stole a plastic bag from your kitchen, brought it up to your room, and then proceeded to rip it up at 1 a.m. What a cat move. I love that it makes her sit when she gets carried now. Yeah, it's working again. Even affecting her hair. Wait, I'm not hovering above her as much anymore. That's good. But then if she sits, oh, that was a teleport. If she sits, I want to fix that. I want to fix that. I want to make her collider smaller. There's a way to do it. There it is. Crouched, uncrouched height to crouched height 1.25. I guess I need to make the sit into a crouch or something. Control find crouch. Crouch action. So I've hijacked the crouch action to do the floating stuff. That sucks. I wonder if I crouch height. Maybe not on here. Go find crouch. No reference. Yeah, I think I basically need to reinstate crouching as when we're sitting, because it changes the speed modifier and everything as well. Um, maybe it does it. What software do I use for the models? Blender. If I find crouch, stop crouching. If I do crouch and then crouch. And if I'm sitting, go back to walking, uncrouch. Stop crouching. Then save that. It should change the crouch height. So yeah, if I pick up, so interesting. Interesting. Yeah, I hijacked crouch, didn't I? Wait, come back. All right. This is a fun little. All right. Okay. So I kind of love this. Okay, that's fun. That's fun. All right. Oops. All right. I've created some weird shit by doing this. All right. Kind of love that. Kind of love that. Kind of okay, so if I pick her up and then I'm carrying her and she's like this. kind of neat. I miss the sitting, but I want to be able to pick her up, and then when I throw her, I want her to fly away like that. Okay, so we can't do it the way I was doing it. Okay, okay, I see what's happening here. It's like grabbing a chicken, it starts flapping wildly. Yeah, so I guess um I don't have this. Right. Happening. I need to do this. I need to do this. So this movement mode floating is what's making all of that shit happen. I need to do like rather than piggybacking on crouching, I need to allow that stuff to happen. Okay, so back to your Kuma. What you doing, buddy? What you doing, little man? I think we need to provide more excitement for our cats. I think they're going a little loopy. All right. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. It's coder mode. Let's go. Nice. The bub. The bub. Coder mode. I need my typing thing back. I'm so sad. Where did that go? But all right. So if Swifty sits, oh god damn it! Why is your height not changing? I'm mad. Why did your height not change? Where your height at? Should be like. Wait. Why did that move? Like, what am I standing on? And why did it revert? Oh, because she's not setting herself to crouch. Wait, 187? How is it 187 now? Weird. Weird, 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 weird. Have I do I change? Nope. Did change though. I change of them in the air? Nope. Weird. Why is that not changing? Why? I'm asking for it to. Base crouch. Oh. I was sure that it did all the other stuff. I searched. I searched for crouch height. Oh, it's in crouching. Oh, okay. Okay, so it's like if crouch button is pressed and is crouching. Right, okay. I don't want a crouch button is pressed. It's only set here. So I just need to make sure this is, but then it's set true here. And set false here. Stop crouching. Okay, well I have a button for this. A button for this. Still don't think it. Oh, it is. I think it is moving it down. Okay. Okay. So it. All right. If I sit and then I crouch, it is making me smaller. Oh. Bup, bup. I'm getting smaller. So if Swifty were happened to be standing on top of me like this, and I happen to be crouch. Yes! So she don't move back. Stay on top. Bye. Alright, well that's not good. But it's a step. I can't. I need to be able to jump when she's on top of me. So sad. Oh yeah. She never uses her moods, but she has them. Forgot about that. She should probably go into that one faster. What's going on? Yeah. Damn, these are so good. They're alright. They're alright. It could be better. She should probably have like different ones for like when she's sitting angry stuff. She needs to go into that one faster. Have like a thing for that. It is funny though. I think the sad one's probably the best. Why? All right, okay. You gotta love game dev and animation blending trees for joy like this. Like it doesn't do it on this one for whatever reason. Like this is just a slow walk. But on this one, imagine this put in super form. Yeah. It'd be cool if she had like a little like sad walk and stuff. That's the thing. I think we could add a whole bunch of personality if we had more animation stuff. And we had Form Backstrand doing a whole bunch of cool stuff for us for a little bit. I think they probably got either busy or we just dropped off. I dropped off implementing them. So it's probably less less fun for them to just be putting stuff into a vacuum. I want to get back on that though. Let me go just fix up the thing I broke in terms of crouch. Okay, so sitting needs to not be crouch, crouch, uncrouch. I need to do a whole new kind of crouch mode. Yeah, it's fair. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Not that they said anything like that. I'm just reading the. I think they got busy. Crouch. Face crouch. Yeah, we need the floating back. Sweet. Alrighty. That will be our stream for today. Thank you, everybody. Hope you've all had fun. I'm gonna look for someone to raid. Clap. Let me run it for you, Pablo. Is that still working? There we go. Apparently, it's not working anymore. Now it's working. I don't know anymore.
We can try again.
It's being fussy.
Thanks, Pablo.
On Monday.
Yeah. Try again on Monday.
Try again on Monday. 3.
Have a good weekend.
Smiley face. Thanks, Palbro.
We need more game indie devs like you. This has been lovely to watch. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Cyberbubbles. Thank you for like checking out what we do. All right, I'm gonna look for a good good raid target for us today. Stream manager. There we go. Raid browser. Fan is live. Fan is live. 3D anim retargeting. That could be fun. Yeah, that could be really fun. I think he's still working on Rene's stuff. Ale is also live. What's Ale's I don't know if I have. Is that Red Cat Baron Cafe? Gotcha. I don't know if I follow them, or it's not coming up on the raid browser. Search Cat Baron. Crypt Custodian. Am I following you? You do not follow Cat Baron Cafe. How do I fix that?
Oh, oh no. So you go this way?
Who to follow? All right. Yeah, let's raid Cat Baron Cafe. Start the raid. Thank you. I thought I would already have been following them. Here we are. It looks like they're playing a cozy little pixel game called Crypt Custodian. It looks super cute. I hope you have a really great time over there. And if you all are interested, remember to check out Ballad of Ennersfall later on over on Lady Vignette's channel. It should be a they're about to shit is about to hit the fan from what I've been overhearing and gleaning. So have a great time, everybody. Goodbye.
Where do you need to go, little ghost? This way?